So I found out the real reason why Asmongold got banned, and honestly, it's not what I thought it was. There's one detail about the whole situation that completely changes the story. Once you see it, the ban actually starts making more sense. So let's see what happens.
This is how you know it's really, really serious. I took a shower.
Asmongold ban situation is insane.
Massive day for the unemployed. That's me.
Asmongold just finished all over himself. Asmongold has been banned on Twitch. What did bro even do? Let's check it out. This virgin just said, just because he's black. Okay, dude. All right, let's hear what this 57-year-old man said. Twitch, as usual, dumpster company didn't give an official statement on his ban, but people are speculating that this clip here caused it.
These people, they have kids with them. Well, then don't bring your kids. If you don't want to get shit, then don't bring your fucking kids. It's really simple. You mean you adults and deport the kids, right? Well, I'd whoever.
So here's the con.
Okay. The whole thing wasn't that bad until he said, I'll shoot whatever. Now you're making it personal to yourself and what you would do. That's a ban, unfortunately. But Asmongold always doing something goofy or to the edge, you know, and his viewers love that shit. This is basically borderline bannable content.
Text. He's reacting to the Spain thing where a bunch of sneakos ran into the country.
Because if you don't do that, they'll use children and women as shields to get themselves over. And then they'll put more women and children at risk because they know that they can use them as collateral so they can get more of themselves over. That's the way it works. That's the way an animal thinks, and these people are animals.
He called...
Okay, calling them animals, I mean, we all technically are human and we're all animals, but calling these people animals in this situation is kind of crazy, unfortunately. But it's like, he's not wrong per se when it comes to a masses of people. People don't want to get killed. People want to get what they want. And they might say, especially if they're not your family, they might say, oh, I love people, or I respect people, I respect my community. But until shit hit the fan, my neighbor John, his name is not John, but my neighbor John and me and my family, his family, if I have to step over John to feed my family in a dire need situation, I will. And you will too. Don't act like you can't. You will too.
Families using children, emotional blackmail, and labeled migrants savages and animals, and said lethal force would deter crossings into the Spanish enclave. I mean, that is a deterrent. Or you could just play them a sneako VOD and then leave by their own volition. Asmongold Strogan should have supported terrorism, then he'd be safe.
With more extreme measures for taking care of immigrants, where there would be a short-term amount of casualties for long-term safety and protection of the country's people. Is that what's got him banned? Because he's willing to do extreme things in the short term to ensure the safety of our nation and our people from foreign invaders who shouldn't be there to begin with?
He's just talking, though. He's not really doing anything. He just adding awareness to the situation, but him himself ain't doing shit. He just talking about it. He's just like what you're doing right now. He's just like what I'm doing right now. And we ain't gonna do shit.
I don't think Asmongold was talking about the United States, dude.
Deport the evil Zenless Zone Zero invaders from my Genshin Impact server. God damn it, they cannot take the thunder away from my beautiful anime girls.
They're savages. Absolute fucking savages. Hamas tactics, yeah, terrorists. Of course you don't want to do that. Doesn't mean you want to do it. But you have to do what you need to do in order to enforce your borders, man. Like, that's the way it is. People are too emotional to see that. Yeah, I mean, like, again, like, it's... You can't make decisions that way. And I understand the way that I talk about this might be a little bit extreme. It might be a little bit, unemotional.
At least he knows.
I wish we had more people like me.
You said immigrant children need to get for crossing the border with their parents. I find it funny how the dude didn't mention that Asmongold said illegally because, in the mind of a cuckoo leftist,
Yeah, he literally said, don't cross the border. You don't want your kids to get shot. Don't bring your kids. Like, but he technically didn't say that word for word, but that can be what people would think that what he means. Because you could shoot at somebody and not get the kids, but it's a concept. He's talking about consequences. There's a consequence if you cross the border and it's illegal, and the consequence is getting shot. Why would you bring your kids in that situation? You know what I mean? That's literally just a consequence. So that's different, you know what I'm saying? But people would turn a certain way, and he could mean something different as well. But that's how I take it. Did he say the kids would get shot? or if you don't want your kids to get shot, don't bring them. Yeah, but but he's talking about the consequences of crossing the border.
What is legal? If borders don't exist, what happened to the Soviet Union? Hassan replied with a classic, Hitler dead, no hard R.
We're gonna keep bringing in immigrants in this country on purpose, just so they can your sister. But why?
Pipe down, Busta. You literally framed the 9/11 newspaper on your wall. Classic cornball millennial, 40 without children. Yowza. Then again, Asmongold is like 50.
40 without children.
We have good news on Friday. Asmongold has been banned from Twitch.
Guys, it's over. Decoy voice just flipped on Asmongold. It's like Pearl Harbor 2.0.
So if that's what he said, he deserved a permanent ban, not just a temporary 2 weeks slap on the wristband. Yeah. Seriously, they need to just permanent ban him and get him out of here.
I don't know about a permaban. Definitely he needed to take a consequence for what he said, which is true. He'd have taken that consequence for how long. Damn. There's worse things than just saying shit. You could show shit on Twitch. You could do shit on Twitch that deserve way more than just saying shit on Twitch. So I don't think a permaban is just say.
A lot of people were asking for a permaban, and even Sneeko came in to defend Asmongold.
Asmongold got banned on Twitch. I don't think Asmongold should be banned on Twitch. I think I should be unbanned on Twitch. If he's gonna have this rhetoric, if he's gonna say that babies should get, I believe in free speech. I don't think it's good that he's banned on Twitch. Some of you guys are saying W, but
if it is free speech, but it's only free speech federally. A private company can do whatever the fuck they want with it. You can have free speech, but not in here. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? It's like having private property. Like, oh, America is land of the free, but not on my property. You can walk on a public sidewalk, but get out my house.
You know what his chud fans like him, these Redditors who wanted people because they're subhuman, because they don't know anything, and Elon Musk put a battery in their back, they're gonna think Asmongold's a martyr now. They're gonna think he's a hero now.
But again, Asmongold is talking in hypotheticals, right? Like, if the border was an open free-for-all, he's saying, you know, just open fire, undiscriminatory. He's basically saying he's okay with extreme measures being taken. While it is true that parents have responsibility for their children, like, you wouldn't want to bring your child to a Sneeko BLM rally or something like that, right? Like, you don't want to put them in harm's way. It is an extreme position to hold, so I understand why Twitch is upset.
You present a very specific scenario, just into a crowd, and now there happen to be kids too? Of course, because that's the reality. Because if you have kids in the crowd, then kids are going to get in the crowd. Then you're going to use the emotional weight of the kids getting in the crowd as a justification to not crowds. But you think that in the crowds is the correct option, which means that you would be okay taking the risk of the kids, which means that the kids is somehow acceptable, which means that
I get what he's saying. It's a full circle. It's fucked up, but it's a full circle. It's like a catch-22. 360 deal.
Doing that is not a big deal, and you'd be okay with it as well.
It's like that bone gun from Doom, bro.
Actually, I don't care about feeling bad about the outcome at all. I care about feeling bad about that I did the wrong thing.
What he's saying at is he doesn't want the zombies getting into Alexandria, and they need to protect their walls in The Walking Dead, you know, by any means necessary. Hey, let's see what Reddit has to say about this. 3-day vacation? Yep, but these suspensions don't mean anything. They just come back like nothing ever happened and continue on doing the same thing. Twitch doesn't have any real consequences, unless you're Hassan. Do they just do this annual ban for Asmon to force him to clean his house, bathe, and get a haircut?
Asmongold banned on Twitch? Wow. I feel like Twitch is just super biased and they just don't like him. The leadership there doesn't like him. They don't align with his politics, even though what he says is not very controversial now. They have favorites like Hassan, like Extra Emily, and when those guys do absolutely heinous shit or terrible things, they barely get banned at all. Maybe like a 1 day or something, and then someone like Asmongold will just get banned for jack.
You don't gotta be a Hassan fan to admit that what Asmongold said was extreme, like Asmon himself admitted that. But this is Twitch we're talking about, for Christ.
Bro, this is just the only reason I think he got banned is because he personalized it. He could have been there, yeah, and in the world, if this happened, then hypothetically this could happen, and blah, 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 blah. He personalized it. He literally said, I'd shoot him. I mean, he's personalized himself in that situation, what he would do. I don't care if once he said it was bannable. That's it. Anything else, he would have got away with, technically. But, I mean, Twitch would do whatever the fuck they want, right?
Right out loud. It'd be more shocking if he wasn't banned for this. You know what I'm saying? It's a dying, dwindling platform run by a literal boomer gooner. Like, how are we shocked that he's banned for this? All he needs to do is change the flag in his background to get an unban.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Care what your political leaning is? I think we can all agree that this was a bit much.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. I need to start adding that. For legal reasons, that's a joke. Yeah.
Okay? Like at bare minimum, this was a bit much. Do I think this was a bannable offense? Yes. Hey, brother, you lost me the moment you said no, women and children. Oh well. Like, dog, what?
It's like a thought.
That's not bannable, saying women and children, oh well. That's now, you went from it actually being bannable to it being like emotional for you. You gotta look at the terms of services and actually know what's bannable. Now you want to get to, well, I don't like it when he said this. Then doesn't mean he should get banned. I'm just not an Asmongold fan. That's cool. But now you're saying, yeah, when he said women and children, oh well, yeah, that's banned. Like, yeah, he deserved to get banned. Like, that's dumb. That's dumb.
Experiment. He was saying that the ends justify the means.
People are too emotional to see that. You can't make decisions that way.
Deep down, I don't actually think Asmongold believes it. He's just using this as an extreme example against suicidal empathy. I mean, using extremes to get your point across is one thing, but you know, when the extreme is literally children, people aren't gonna listen. Like, I'm sure everyone can agree that illegal immigration is bad and, you know, enforce the border. Banned for telling the truth because he's moderately right-wing. But if you electrocute your dog, commit crimes on stream, or celebrate 9/11, nothing happens to you. Twitch, your bias is obvious.
They have forced our hand to do something truly barbaric.
Shut your bitch ass up, nigga.
It is not because we want to. It's because these people have forced us to do this. Otherwise, the sovereignty of our nations will be completely dismantled.
Who's they? They/them?
Some of my best friends are trans.
Because if you don't do that, they'll use children and women as shields to get themselves over.
I wonder where he got that talking point from. Human shields. Where did he find that before?
He works for the most moral army.
And the Muslims are the problem.
I am not opening that can of worms. I want my $7,000.
This is Tel Aviv.
You're ignoring how the sausage is made because you don't want to feel bad about the outcome.
So pretty much Asmongold would just end Attack on Titan as soon as the rumbling started.
All I'm saying is don't pull the kids aside and them if you had a choice. Well, I don't think they should pull them aside.
Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments because, oh boy, this one's a hoot and a holler.
But you have to do what you need to do in order to enforce your borders, man. Like, that's the way it is. People are too emotional to see that. Yeah.
This silly ass video, bro. Well, that's how you got banned. Shit. Pull the kids aside. So stupid. So stupid.